The farmers themselves, when they see these trials showing that they can produce 4 to 6 tons, are optimistic. They hope that they can do the same themselves.
The Alliance for a Green Revolution in Africa, AGRA, has invested over $26 million to strengthen and transform smallholder agriculture in Mozambique. Like many countries in sub-Saharan Africa, agriculture makes up a third of Mozambique's economy and provides jobs for 80% of the population. Despite the high potential of the country's agricultural sector, productivity remains low due to the limited adoption of quality inputs and modern agricultural techniques, poor coordination between links in the value chain, and post-harvest losses. AGRA's efforts in Mozambique focus on helping improve farmer access to seed, building the fertility and health of soils, linking farmers to markets, and training the next generation of agricultural professionals.
When we as an organization deliver as one in a geography, in a locality, seeds, soils, markets, financing for smallholder farmers, building the capacity of local institutions in that geography, how we can quickly raise smallholders' productivity and their incomes and their welfare. I saw AGRA at work.
In March, renowned professor for international development Sir Gordon Conway saw firsthand some of AGRA's work in Mozambique. Sir Gordon was accompanied by AGRA board members Dr. Maria Andrade and Dr. Moise Mensah, as well as a number of AGRA staff, including AGRA's country manager for Mozambique, Paulo Mole, and AGRA's director for soil health, Dr. Bashir Yama.
What we came to see is how the change is taking place in terms of agricultural and rural development in this country, particularly with an emphasis on increasing food production, ensuring food security. We saw on research stations, on demonstration farms which were actually managed by farmers' organizations themselves, we saw the result of research which indicate that we can move from 800 kilos or 1 ton per hectare to 2, 3, 4, even 5 tons per hectare of maize. If that happens, it means not only improving production, but increasing income and ensuring food security for our rural communities and the population as a whole.
AGRA foi a máquina que fez nós ser capaz de fazer o que estamos a fazer. AGRA perguntou-nos qual é a vossa necessidade como empresa. Identificamos treinamento. E neste treinamento tivemos uma oportunidade de ir a Quênia para ser formado. Em que área? Eu identifiquei a equipa da minha empresa. Precisamos de conhecimento na produção, especialmente produzir semente de qualidade. Mandamos um técnico para lá, identificamos gestão da empresa. Mandamos um técnico para lá, identificamos a necessidade de conseguir fazer marketing do nosso produto. Conseguimos aprender e já temos uma boa imagem que nós vamos construir da nossa empresa.
Foram me treinando e adquirir mais experiências. Então, com a experiência que eu tive, quis desenvolver mais. Então, o AGRA me financiou um valor para poder aumentar a minha produção. Eu conto com a AGRA para poder me ajudar mais. Quero abrir mais áreas para produzir mais toneladas e para formar mais camponeses e eles também para poder desenvolver.
we saw this maize field that they were playing with fertilizer, they were playing with several fertilizer, with also liming to correct the acidity. And if you see the average yield that the farmers get in this corridor without using this input or other technology, is about 1.5 tons per hectare. But one field that I saw where a demonstration plot where you could calculate and see that this plot of maize could get a yield of 6 tons per hectare. This result can be amazing because from 1 ton to 6, you are increasing the yield 6 times more. And this kind of yield does not exist in Mozambique.
We were looking at how you can improve the soils, because the soils in that part of Mozambique are very deep, but they're very poor in nutrients. You can't get any decent crop at all from them unless you apply some degree of fertilizer. But if you apply the right kind of blend of fertilizer, of NPK, and you apply some sulfur and some boron, some molybdenum, and you apply lime because the soils are very acid, you can get 4 to 6 tons per hectare. And AGRA was demonstrating that in those villages.
Getting information to farmers is always a big challenge. Traditionally, government extension staff was the primary source of agriculture information for farmers. But in many countries, the number of extension officers is low, making it difficult for them to provide advice and support for farmers. To overcome this, AGRA has been working on a number of ways to get agricultural information to farmers, including through SMS and radio.
Em finais de 2013, nós fizemos estudo de impacto do programa de rádio que nós temos vindo a levar com a AGRA e reparamos que o número de pessoas que hoje indica a rádio como uma fonte de informação agrícola subiu de 7,1% para 34,7% ao longo do corredor da Beira.
As you know, in Mozambique we have very few extension to really public extension, and sometimes it gets very difficult to really assist the farmer. But the way we are moving with AGRA and the partner, we will be able to come up with a technology that will be able to be scaled out.
The success of what we have seen has resulted from an effort of everybody, government effort in defining clear objectives, clear guidelines for commitment for everybody. Leadership by the private sectors in committing to get into agriculture development as a business. And then again here, seed production is very critical and important. And leadership and commitment for the farmers themselves.
I leave the field and I leave Mozambique. This particular mission, very encouraged, and as a member of staff, feel that however small it may sound, we are making a difference.
I see the beginnings of a green revolution in Mozambique. They're small beginnings, but you can begin to see some real benefits occurring. So I'm optimistic.